I am sure for many people across northern Luzon here through the overnight hours, this was likely a very similar situation they all have seen. The wind's howling, rather raging out here, and there has been reports of damage, even some of the shelters taking some damage across parts of Cagayan, but right now it's actually about 3:30 a.m. Philippine time. It's still dark out there. The storm is still raging, and limited information continues to come through, but as of what I have right now, this has been a pretty powerful storm system. As we mentioned, this was a Category 5. Many people say the strongest storms they have been through, and do remember, this is typhoon country out here across northern Philippines. The good news, where this storm came on shore right around midnight here, northern Isabela, southern Cagayan is relatively rural, so there definitely was a storm surge, but I haven't been seeing very many reports of storm surge. These are very rural communities. A lot of people evacuated the higher ground. So the good news, those social media reports are not coming in because no one's hopefully there. We are getting a lot of high wind reports, and that was really the case we were expecting further inland across central Luzon here. Haima or Lawin continues to track over the country. The big question is, how long is this going to last? Well, I can say with a definite, throughout the rest of Thursday here, there's going to be some pretty foul weather, basically from Iligan City off towards the north. Actually, basically from, I would say, just north of the NCR off towards the north, tropical storm strength winds definitely throughout the day, but the worst of it into the northern areas of the country where you're already being battered, hunkered down at this time, and hopefully staying safe. Radar imagery just shows this big swath. It's very hard to tell even where Luzon is. It's under this big area of green blob. I can say the storm has weakened, but unfortunately all that energy goes somewhere, and the reason why we're seeing flying debris, that is the storm actually losing energy. It's releasing it into the atmosphere, so it's no longer a violent typhoon, but it has gone down to winds still at 85, gusting 120 knots. Pressures at 940 hectopascals. This is actually expected to continue to weaken to a strong typhoon before leaving the west coast of Luzon, but still strong typhoon, guys. That's enough to cause some damage out here. It's still going to be a pretty big rainmaker, and that's going to be another threat as we go ahead Thursday and eventually into Friday, but this should start to depart the western coastline of Luzon as about 9 to 10 a.m. out here. Still got those winds wrapping around just towards the south of that center of circulation, and then we launch this track away. Winds rapidly die down by the afternoon and evening hours. Schools have been closed, flights have been canceled. Don't try to travel across northern Luzon though, because it's still going to be seeing some breezy conditions. And then if we take a look at the precipitation, after the storm does move towards the west, we still have those winds wrapping in around from the south end of this storm, and that's really going to continue to impact Luzon heading through the evening hours as well. So the wind should die down by late morning out here, so hopefully you can get out and start assessing the damage, and hopefully we have no casualties. That would be some great news. But the rains are still going to be scattered, especially along the west coast of Luzon. Really, Thursday, though, I would not try to venture out unless it's 100% safe and the winds have come down. Those rain bands are still going to be wrapping in. All right, guys, that's just a quick update. I'm going to be at NHK World all day today. The storm system assessing damage and hopefully getting some good news as far as reports, but right now it does look pretty serious out here across northern Luzon. As always, though, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.